Okay, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Pat Moriarty Surf. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the best beginner surf destinations. So if you're a beginner out there, I'm going to give you some top destinations to go to practice your surfing. And so first, let's talk about what makes a good beginner surf destination. So first and foremost, you're going to want to look at the waves. The waves are going to want to be mellow. And by mellow, I mean the gradient to be less steep, right? So when we look at a wave breaking, the really challenging, difficult waves are the ones that stoop over, throw the lip over, and are super, super steep. So you can think about that angle of the wave is like this. It's super downhill, and we'll say that's like an 80-degree angle. What we want to look for is waves that are more mellow and that are at this 30 to 45-degree angle. So that's one thing we want to look for when we want to target a beginner surf spot. The next thing we want to look for is the seabed. We want to make sure that the seabed is nice and soft. So we're looking for, ideally, have it be sandy. Particularly if it's your first time surfing, I'd really recommend looking for a beach break with sand. Some of the spots we're going to talk about do have rock bottoms, and so I'll be sure to mention that. However, if it's your first time surfing, and especially if you're just chilling in that white water, you're gonna be falling off the board a bunch, so it's really important to have that bottom be soft. So yeah, let's get into it. The top 5 best beginner spots in the world. Let's go.
Welcome to Pat Moriarty Surf. I'm here to spread some stoke and prove that with a little bit of training and a little bit of adventure, anyone can go from a kook to chasing some of the best waves on planet Earth. I'm here to provide you with educational, entertaining, and relatable surf content. Subscribe, follow my progress, and support the dream.
Coming in at number 5 on the top beginner breaks in the world, we have Montauk, New York. Montauk is the place for those of you raining from the Northeast, like I used to myself, to go out there and to learn how to surf. So there's this beach, Ditch Plains, which has this perfect left-hander, long rolling wave, really good for learners. And the great thing about this beach is you have that nice left-hander that kind of wraps around, as well as a bunch of different breaks to learn how to surf. There's surf camps there, there's tons of instructors. It's really an awesome way. Get out from the city and go find some surf. And now, I'm a bit biased here because this is the place I went when I learned how to surf. So I was living back in New York City, and I would wake up at like 3 a.m. if I saw that there'd be good waves one weekend and go out there and sleep in my car. And introduction to the surf world, I guess the community out there is very great. So highly recommend Montauk, New York as number 5 on the places to learn how to surf. Number 4, we go to Nosara, Costa Rica. So I've talked about Nosara on this program before, and I've made a video about it. You can check it out up in the corner. Nosara is a gem located on the west coast of Costa Rica. The now popular surf town is an incredible place to learn how to surf. Playa Giones in particular provides beginner surfers with consistent swell and gentle rolling waves. This is really what you look for when you are a beginner surfer. You're looking to get on these gentle waves and just get more and more comfortable. Additionally, as the swell fills into Giones, it can get a bit more proper, so it's great for the beginner into intermediate. And the nice thing about Giones is it's always this nice sand bottom. So if you fall off your board, you don't really have to worry about much. It is a mellow wave and super friendly, super fun. Additionally, tons of surf camps down there, so if you're looking to get instruction, it's a great place to go. The 3rd best place in the world to learn how to surf is Sayulita, Mexico. Sayulita is an epic surf town located about 30 minutes north of Puerto Vallarta, and this colorful town has its laid-back surf vibe and produces perfect beginner-friendly waves. So these are nice, long, rolling waves. And if you take a look at the map here, Sayulita is protected by the bulkhead on the south. So when this spot gets that southerly swell, the waves hit that bulkhead and then wrap around. So Sayulita is a great place because it's less exposed, and so when the waves wrap around that bulkhead, it takes the power out of the waves and it makes them actually a bit cleaner. So you can think about the ocean bringing in a bunch of raw, ungroomed power, and then it hits that bulkhead, and then the power that's left when it wraps around into Sayulita, sort of into that bay, is what you get to surf. So it can be really like scary on the outskirts, like 5 to 10 feet, sort of on the main coastline and then wraps into Sayulita at a very friendly 2 to 3 foot. So I definitely recommend checking out Sayulita if you're planning a trip to Central America. Again, very cool surf town, very good vibe. Highly recommend it. The second best place to learn how to surf, Gracetown, Australia. So Gracetown is a place in West Australia, and West Australia is known for its serious waves and producing some of the best surfers in the world, including Jack Robinson and rising big wave charger Ned Hart. However, located in the protected Gracetown Bay lies a perfect beginner surf spot called Haas's. I had tons of friends when I spent some time in West Australia who learned how to surf here, and this break is a picturesque A-frame located right in between South Point and North Point, and it's perfect for longboarders who are living that van life. It keeps them stoked all day long. And just beware that it is a rock bed here. So if you're a true beginner, I wouldn't quite recommend it, as the bottom, the seabed floor consists of rocks. However, such a good place to learn how to surf. And I've watched people, just have awesome days out at Haas's who are beginner surfers. So highly recommend it. Lastly, the best place to learn how to surf, Weligama, Sri Lanka. Weligama is a protected bay on the south coast of Sri Lanka that is perfectly set up for beginner surfers. The waves are mellow and the vibe is very relaxed. Here you will definitely meet a ton of like-minded individuals and other beginner surfers, as there are plenty of surf camps and accommodations to go around. The great thing about this spot is that you have all these surf camps and great accommodations, and it's super cheap. So if you are a beginner surfer and you're looking to improve your surf skill, I would recommend going to a place that is cheap, because you can obviously stay there for a longer period of time. So just comparing Sri Lanka to obviously like Montauk, New York, you'll probably spend the same amount of money in Sri Lanka. 1 month in Sri Lanka, you'll probably spend that in a weekend in Montauk, New York. So, and obviously you can make much more surf progress in a month than you can a weekend. So for that reason, I'd give the #1 surf place for beginners to Weligama. Good surf vibe, good locals, very friendly environment, and obviously very cheap. So there you have it. That is the top 5 places in the world to go if you're a beginner surfer. Thanks for following along, and I really hope this was helpful. And if you are a beginner surfer, I've been in your spot before, and if you're looking to fast track your surf progression, you're in the right place. It's my goal to help 100 surfers catch more waves, and you can fast track your surf progression with the programs that I've built. So if you hit the link in the bio, you can download my programs for free. I'm giving it out free to the first 100 surfers, and then after that, I'm going to begin to charge for it. So in this program, it'll provide you with on-land training to build up your paddle strength and endurance and give you the confidence to go out in the water, stay out in the water longer, and improve your surf progress. So there you have it, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.